Uh-oh.
Okay, my computer shut off, but I'm gonna start anyways.
Okay.
So, how many people here have seen the movie Miracle on Ice?
Oh,
It's a good movie.
so good.
As some of you may know or not, the NHL playoffs is currently going on, and so I thought it was appropriate to talk about how to shoot a puck. And whenever I see somebody attempting to shoot a puck, whether it's someone who doesn't know how to play or like it's a friend like coming over to my house and like playing around with my stuff, but it's pretty funny to watch, but it's also pretty tough. So it's good to keep in mind. It's also good to keep in mind good form, techniques, and habits when doing any physical activity to help prevent injury. And me, myself, I played ice hockey for 11 years, and I participated in prospect showcases and tournaments in places such as Michigan, Minnesota, and Colorado. And I've worked as an instructor for Gretzky's hockey school in Simi Valley a couple summers ago. And there are a few shot types in hockey. There's a wrist shot, a snap shot, and slap shot, which are the main types. And today I'm going to be talking to you about slap shot, which is like the one where you bring it all the way up. And from an article about athletic performance, Janina Fett writes, an increased strain on players in training and competition exists. Therefore, in order to be competitive, players must devote a great amount of time to improving it. So this also means with like putting the amount of time in to improve something, in general also, it's good to create good habits and to prevent any injury or create bad habits that could create injuries. And there are a few main points on taking the slap shot. The first one is hand placement on the stick. Most people don't know that like I've seen people. You need to have your top hand all the way at the end of the stick for complete control, and the bottom hand for a slap shot you want it about midway down, so like this or this if you shoot right, and then for slap shots you want it midway. Snap shots you want it about shoulder width apart, and so wrist shot, snap shot, and slap shot. And another thing that's also important is the location of the puck in between your skates. You're going to want to be standing shoulder width apart, and the puck should be about halfway to closer to the back end of your back foot. And weight transfer and loading the stick is also important, ending with a follow through while keeping in mind that accuracy over power is more important for with keeping in good form. And so step one, bringing the stick all the way up and bending one arm in towards your chest. You're going to want to extend your top arm to give you that as much extending back as far as you can for as much power. And for step two, you're going to bring down your stick pretty in a straight line across your body while transferring your weight and rotating your hips with the follow through. And then also leading with the bottom hand will help you follow through to aim with accuracy where you're going to shoot the puck. And from an article, The Training Injury Prevention Paradox, Tim Gavin writes, it is clear that a relationship exists between training, load, fitness, and performance and injury. With training comes paying attention to good form to prevent injury, and weight transfer can help avoid shoulder injuries, because if you don't transfer your weight, you tend to load your stick all the way and slam it down on the ice, which loosens your shoulder. And another quote from an article, The History of Hockey Slapshot, written in 2017. Ryan Nelson writes, it's not a direct hit on the puck as it appears in this photo, but players actually hit the ice first, bending the stick blade back, which also gives you more of the flex on the stick, loading it, giving you more power. And finally, step three, finishing the transfer of the weight from your back foot all the way to the front and into the end of the stick, and following through with your shoulders, how he has his left shoulder following through with the end of his blade as well, gives you complete control for more accurate shots, and also leading with the bottom hand. So it's a combination of your shoulders and your hands and weight transfer. And from an excerpt, Fundamentals of Motor Behaviors, Jeffrey Fairbrother writes, many tasks requires us to trade between speed and accuracy in our movements. So in general also, it's good to keep in mind in certain occasions that accuracy is more important over like going all out in power by like staying like concise in what you and focus on what you're doing, also to prevent injury. And that about ends my presentation. Hopefully you are now able to successfully shoot a shot in hockey and possibly a few life lessons, because as Wayne Gretzky says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.